Hey, what's up guys, Rampedi here. We're back with another episode. Another coaching change at Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. Let's go.
That's how it goes?
They keep asking about the best when they know it's me.
Okay.
Asking about the rest when they know it's me.
Straight in, I guess.
You know it's me.
Another coaching change at Kaizer Chiefs Football Club. Molefi Ntseki has left and Cavin Johnson is in. Cowards. Yeah, cowards. That's how I see it, honestly. With all due respect to this management, but they hide behind coaches. Instead of making the right choice, they hide behind coaches. And when I say making the right choice, Mamelodi Sundowns brought in an elite coach, Pitso Molefi, changed the mentality of the club, and within a season, they turned into winners, competing. Orlando Pirates, at some point you were not even sure where Orlando Pirates was going. And then Jose Rivera comes out of nowhere, changes the mentality of the club, and he's already on trophy number 3. And in my eyes, he could win number 4 with Carling knockout. Molefi Ntseki was never good enough. You know it too. The management knows it too. But they still chose to make that appointment. At Zwane, I wanted him to work out. He was not good enough either. Cavin Johnson, for me, is not under any pressure to succeed. Not for me. For me, you come in, steer the ship until the end of the season. But my eyes are going to be on this management. I'll be watching them closely because it's been for a very long time. We've not put them under any pressure. I'm waiting to see what is their next step. Who's going to come in next into this football club? No more be patient. Let's wait. Give it time. We've got a plan. There's no plan here. There's no plan. And I won't be doing that. We've put all these coaches under pressure. Gavin Hunt, Molefi Ntseki, Zwane, Middendorp. Cavin Johnson will probably come under pressure as well. But for me, I think it's time we put pressure on the management. Change the culture of this football club, and I will leave you alone. One of the best pundits in the country on TV is here. I asked him about Orlando Pirates. I asked him about Mamelodi Sundowns. I even asked him about Chiefs. And I also asked him, does he want to coach one day?
Hey, what's up, guys? So we have another guest on the show, a big guest, a guest that I highly respect. I've been trying to get this guest on for weeks. That's how much I respect him. And I gotta tell you, let me read his CV out. So we've got Bloemfontein Celtic, we've got Ria Stars, we've got Golden Arrows, we've got Kaizer Chiefs, Supersport United, Maritzburg United, Amazulu, Black Leopards, and Bafana Bafana, and must I add, a phenomenal analyst. Siphiwe Mkhonza, how are you, sir?
Sheikh Chaka, it's good to have this chat with you. It's been long overdue. I just appreciate the fact that you've given me an opportunity. I don't take it for granted. And I'm still saying sorry for to reschedule over a couple of times. But I'm back now at 7 out there.
No, man, we must work. We must do the things. I know you're very busy as well. I mean, sometimes we just see you on TV and think that's all you do, but you've got also ties with clubs and you've got ties with other stuff.
Very true, my brother. Very true.
Now, man, listen, man, I wanted to ask you that, of course, you've been an analyst for over the years. Hello, Ospanago, SABC and all that. I just always wanted to ask you, did you ever consider over coach you?
To tell you the truth, Shaggy, I'm busy with, I was supposed to go to Germany last month. Yeah, but some glitches, and I think I've rescheduled it for January because I've got an invite to do, they call their license a football lehrer. So I'm going, it's called football lehrer. It's their coaching course. Yeah, they've invited me, but now I had to reschedule. Yes, I'm busy working on myself to be a coach. I did the UEFA B with Ireland. FA. Yeah, so next year, there's a huge shift in terms of what I want to do. Yes, still being an analyst, but the important part, I want to get into the space of coaching, even if it's assistant, but I'm busy with my academy. I've just launched my academy, which will be launched in Joburg, which I'm gonna give an invite. I don't know, give the details. Details yet, but it's called the Mnandi Sports Academy.
No, man, that's incredible. So, if I'm listening to you, you're telling me, Guti, you would love to be a head coach one day in the DSTV Premiership?
Yes, I think one thing that separates me from a lot of analysts. Not that I'm pushing my name. I'm just saying, I'm brave in terms of wanting to take risk. I know coaching is not taken as a proper job, but it's not just about proper job, but also to make a difference. Because I've been following the Belgian football, I've been following the Brazilian football, I've been following all these big countries. I can see the difference was made. Maybe, for instance, let's look at Pep. Spain won the World Cup after Pep stood up and said, I'm going to change the outlook of our football.
No, man. I mean, you speak about the fact that the seriousness you're taking it. You look at what Pep did.
Yeah.
We're not trying to get your coaching badges as well. Are you sometimes slightly disappointed, or maybe does it upset you when you hear conversations of maybe it's not taken as seriously in South Africa? There's some people with only D licenses that are coaching as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Chicks. Unfortunately, without a shadow of a doubt, coaching, as former players, the thinking process is, I've played it, so why must I do that? But also, you look at the dynamics of man management. Man management is big in modern football. And ultimately, not that only, but the sports science element, you need to understand the science that comes with modern football, and how do football and TT and the science and TT connect. Those are the dynamics that we didn't know while we were seeing the nutrition. People talk about the periodization, all these things. Those things you cannot know if you've never been in a class. So the class you become well informed, because yes, you play in the highest level, but you as a player, mind you are a coach, you're dealing with different type of characters, and dealing with type of characters needs a solid character and a soul, because you need to bring personality in it. And if you don't have that, there's no way you can be successful.
No, man, that's very true, and it's very deep. Or that is what you want to do. But you watch a lot of football, like you said. If I was to ask you this season, DSTV Premiership or even MTN8 and all that, what have you made of the season so far?
The key part about this season, improvement. Slightly, I'm looking at the teams like, not because Arrows are sitting in position 2, but you ask yourself, last season they came position 9, what have they changed this season? So there's a slight improvement in terms of, because I always say to people, how you recruit, it reveals your aim as a club. So teams like Arrows, yes, there's no bigger budget to get the top players that they want, but how you recruit in terms of your development system, one thing that you need to know, Golden Arrows is among the best clubs in the league that we have that gives young ones the opportunity. So it's so interesting to see them sitting on a second position. They've done so well. But not only that, yes, Galaxy, I was saying yesterday, that's important. They've beaten the big guns. They need to keep the consistency. They need to keep the consistency. That means they can do it if they can come up with the same application in all the games that they've been playing. I understand sometimes South African culture, we struggle with consistency. But I believe that the league has completely changed. Richards Bay, they've been struggling this season, but the struggle started last season, in the second round of the season. They were helped by the fact that they started so well. They were position 3 at some point, first round, and second round, everything changed. So there's a lot of improvement. You can see the coaches are going under extreme scrutiny in terms of their knowledge and decision making. So players are taking responsibility because this is their careers. One thing that players need to understand, and you won't believe, I only learned that now when I'm retired, that everything that happens in your career is in your hands.
Yeah, no, I hear you with regards to that. And you mentioned about Mamelodi Sundowns as well. They have exited from the MTN8. They lost in the final. They've exited early from the Carling Cup knockout. Now they're in the African Football League. How many trophies do you think Rulani and Sundowns can win this season with what's left?
I think for me now, I won't be lying. Sundowns, for every trophy they participate in, I always say they've got a bigger chunk in terms of mileage. They can win it or not win it, but they definitely going to go to compete. So I think for me now, I've been saying over the years that Sundowns, the issue with them is their program. Their program is overloaded. And I can tell you, you'll take it for granted, it's overloaded, because if you have 6+ games but struggling, plus injuries, suspension, all those things, you can't expect it to have a nice consistency, because you could see the performances completely different. It's not a Sundowns that it's crispy and smoother, the one that we know. They've been grinding results this season because they haven't found the rhythm yet and the momentum. Not because they are not a quality side, but because of all these dynamics I'm counting. I mean, you're traveling a lot, you brought in the integration of the new players. So these are the things that you can't take for granted when you're connecting a team.
No, 100%. And that's what they need to factor. On the other hand as well, are they under pressure to at least win the CAF Champions League, the African Football League, the league as well? I mean, if they only walk away with the league like last season, I mean, do we find ourselves that maybe Rulani might be in trouble?
Yeah, for me, Rulani will be in trouble. But I think for me, for every trophy that is available, Sundown just win it. Unfortunately, it depends on what the ethics of the club to say, Rulani, you haven't won the culling. Let's have a discussion about it, because as a coach, you need to outline, we didn't win it, or we were knocked out because of A, B, and D. Teams normally have technical meetings during the week to talk about the past week in terms of outlining the technical report. So I don't know the culture at Sundowns, but I still believe, for me, Rulani and his technical team have done extremely good job. My worry was when they lost to Steve Kompela, who I thought they made a good combination, because Kompela brought something different that has never been brought in football, and which we take for granted, the psychological element in football. Because top players, I think in 2018, I went to Barcelona, where I saw Messi as his own sports psychologist, and him alone. I was like, yeah. We've never seen it. He's got the personalities with his spiritual man, all these other dynamics that we were still far from. But I can tell you now, slowly and surely, we're gonna get there. We just need to do the principles correctly and not compromise the principles. Because when I saw your missed call, the first thing I thought of, we also need to talk about what's happening with Bafana, with what's happening with our football. But maybe it's a story for another day. Let's not dilute what we're talking about.
No, 100%. I totally understand that. This is not going to be the last conversation. Tell me, Orlando Pirates this season, I mean, they won the MTN 8, but they exited the CAF early. They are still in the Carling Cup. What would you deem as a successful season for Orlando Pirates?
One word, patience. I think for me now, when you have a coach like Jose Ribeiro, most coaches go to Pirates, struggle to get a cohesion correct. Pirates has top talent. Maybe people don't know. It's one of the teams that has the best talent in the country. Yeah. But you need to find that cohesiveness. You need to find those combos and a balance. This is what Arrows have got right this season, where you got the balance right. And you have a coach that is extremely putting his shift in terms of making sure that the team does it. Because Pirates, when you look at Pirates is coach. I mean, it's not difficult to see the game plan. It's not difficult to see the system. It's not difficult to see the strategy on how Pirates play. And immediately you start seeing those things, you see the first thing you say, this team is coached. Because for me, Pirates, even if they lose the match, you don't just lose. They don't just lose. You have to work extremely, very, very hard to beat Pirates. And I can tell you right now, you can ask Sundowns that they'll tell you that that's the team that is well structured. This guy was Rivera. I know he hasn't got a lot of credit, but from the coaching spectrum, we see that the team is coached.
Now, 100%. I've got 3 questions that are left. This is the fun part of the conversation. Someone who watches as lot of games as you are, as the analyst. I wanted to ask you, the best player in the league for you, who is that?
Marcelo Allende. Without a shade of doubt.
Wow. What do you like about him?
For me, I like players that give their all on the pitch. Number one, he's got a quality. Remember, the modern game emphasizes that a technical quality. He possesses unbelievable technical quality. For me, offensively, defensively, he contributes. And I can tell you right now, he's a heartbeat of Sundowns. Maybe people haven't paid attention. He's a heartbeat of Sundowns. But one key element, you can't be in a radar of Arsene Wenger and you're not quality. That tells your story. That tells your story.
Yeah, no, it tells a story on its own. He was at Arsenal on trials as well. And then also, best player in the league is that. Who has been your favorite player in the league? The favorite to watch?
The question that I've just answered in the first is the same question that Mama needs to answer. For me, this is Marcelo Allende has done extremely well for me, but there's a boy who plays for Arrows that I can give a shot. Van Veek. I don't know whether you know him. Just watch that boy. I think for me now, he brought in something different in how Arrows attack. Remember, they are using an explosive transition. Yeah. So he brought that. And when you talk to the coaches, the first thing they mention is his name. I'm like, yeah, I need to pay attention to him. Let's just pay attention to him. But both Allende and Van Wyk for now, because the season might change at any given time. But I think Allende has shown consistency in every match that he has played.
Now, 100%. The last one is the team that has impressed you the most this season. I think I already know which one it is.
Oh, which one is it?
It's the Golden Arrows, Asker.
Yeah, Golden Arrows. Maybe you know that. Ntseki.
No, man, it's a former club as well, a club that is in your heart as well, which is something that I do understand. Hey, man, Mr. Mkhonza, Mr. Mnandi, Dr. Mnandi, I just want to say thank you so much. Emona, like, I also want to just end off by saying, I really appreciate you. I appreciate the support you've given me, even on the side. You've spoken to me from time to time, tweeted me, retweeted me and all that. I appreciate it so much, man.
I must take this opportunity now to say, I follow you, Ntseki. I listen to your very informative, my brothers. Keep on doing the good job that you are doing. And I can see now you are a celebrity. You are taking pictures with your solo. Enjoying yourself, my brother. Keep on doing a good job. Carry on, my brother. You're giving people a lot of information that the people don't have, and it's information that they need to have.
No, man. I appreciate it. I hope this is not the last time I'll speak to you again throughout the season.
Anytime, my brother. I'll wait for your call. Anytime.
I appreciate it, man. Keep well, yeah?
Thank you. You too, my brother.
Sharp.
Who was up to par and who became our star? But also, who fell short in this game we all love? Let's find out on Moegoe of the Week.
The star of the week is a number of clubs. I've gone with 5 clubs. TS Galaxy, Golden Arrows, Amazulu, Richards Bay, and Polokwane City. Why? Because you guys slayed some giants in the Carling Knockout Cup. I really hope one of you guys bring that trophy home. And as for Moegoe of the Week, the outgoing Kaizer Chiefs coach, Molefi Ntseki. Fans are not patient in South Africa. He's talking about fans that have waited for almost a decade for silverware. And you want to say they are not patient? I guess you couldn't manage a big club, could you? Moegoe of the Week.
It's time for Bet of the Week. Get ready to win big by placing the right bets on the right games.
So before we get into Bet of the Week, guys, again, I can't stop winning. I can't stop winning, man. It's another win. Another win. Sure, guys, I don't know what to do with all this money, right? But let's get into this week. Feyenoord going up against Lazio. I've gone with over 1.5. PSG going up against AC Milan in the UEFA Champions League. PSG straight win. Leipzig going up against Red Star. Leipzig straight win. Young Boys at home taking on Manchester City. Man City and over 1.5 goals. Leverkusen going up against Karabakh. I've gone with Leverkusen to win. Brighton going up against Ajax in the Europa League. Brighton will draw an over 1.5. Last but not least, Liverpool taking on Toulouse in the Europa League. I've gone with Liverpool straight win. The odds 6.24, 6 times my money back. Don't miss out, guys. It's 2 bet slips in a row. 3 is coming. If you want to join me, hit the link below.
Remember to practice responsible betting at betway.co.za.
Sundowns against Petro is already underway. Amazulu and Orlando Pirates about to start, but you guys chose to join me. Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for future episodes.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe. I believe.
We believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
I believe.
We believe.
I believe.
Believe in the Bucks with a risk-free bet, and if they lose, we'll refund you in cash. Betway, official Springbok sponsors.